Good morning, friends. Oh my goodness, we have been in this house officially for oh my heavens. Okay, a week and 5 days? Or has it only been 5 days? Oh my goodness. It's been 5 days. Since we were able to start sleeping here, since we moved our beds and our couches and everything in. But it's been a week and 5 days since we got the keys. Alright, now that that's clear. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yesterday, actually this whole week, and it's only Wednesday, has been one of those weeks that is just, when it rains it pours and everything is against you, trying to stop you from moving forward. I have 2 more phone calls left in my group mentoring. Officially they are doing phone calls all next week, but me and the hubby will be in Hawaii and it'll be really hard to wake up that early to get on phone calls. And plus it's a vacation, so we decided, you know what, we're just gonna relax and enjoy ourselves and not worry about anything next week. So they say right before you're about to break through or when you're about to make some major changes, life gets super, super hard. I can't even list everything the past couple days has been so crazy that I have had to sit and think really hard to find the successes in the day and to find the good things that have come my way, because it's just been so hard. And yesterday, Comcast, our internet provider, came over to, we only had service through one spot in the house, and so we had them come over to fix that for us. And he came over early, like I was still in bed at 9:30 because I have just not been able to get the sleep that I've needed. And my son comes in and says, "Mom, there's someone at the door." And I was like, yeah, I had heard the doorbell, but I just kind of thought it was neighbors or someone, and I was just going to ignore it because Comcast wasn't supposed to be there until like between 10 and 2 o'clock, and he was there at 9:30. So I'm answering the door and like, you know, my pajamas and crazy hair, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I slept in. He's like, well, it's okay, I'm here early. So I take him downstairs because we wanted a spot down there for the TV, and then the access cables were all down there. And I walk off the stairs and I'm stepping in sopping wet carpet. And I walk around the corner to the left, and the bathroom toilet had been clogged and it had been overflowing all night long. And this is another reason why I haven't been getting the sleep I needed, but we had a surprise family visitor Monday night, and they decided to come say hello at 10 o'clock, like I'm showering and getting ready for bed. And anyway, they had used the bathroom before they'd left, and some of them had used that bathroom, and so no one knew all night what had been going on. Say good morning. Because it's a good morning, even though we've had crazies. So, this is what we've got going on down here right now. My husband last night, he's like, now before you go to bed, come look at this. Just so you know, this is what's going on. So in case you peek down here and it scares you, because it looks like a ghost or something, like creeping. Anyway, it's loud down here, but I'll show you. We have fans blowing, and the carpet is pulled up to dry. So coming back here so it's not as loud. So I was on the phone with my husband to make sure he was getting across what he needed to the cable guy, and I was like, oh my goodness, the carpet is wet and the toilet's been... My husband works an hour away currently, so he called our brother-in-law, and because he works for a company who cleans carpets, and he was able to come in and start soaking up all the water, and he comes to me and he says, okay, I think I can save the carpet, but the padding is just too wet. It's just destroyed. And then my oldest, she's like, oh, by the way, Mom, my carpet's wet too. Now, I'm in her room currently. She's like completely opposite. So we're in her room, and the bathroom, doors are in the way. The bathroom is right there. So she's like, yeah, my carpet's wet too. And I'm like, your carpet's wet. What the heck do you mean your carpet's wet? You're completely opposite end of the house, from the bathroom. So we've got this side of the house pulled up. So we've got this clean out port, and our bathroom is right upstairs from her room. And we pull back the carpet and we see all this. It looks just, we're not sure if it was moldy. We thought at first that it was, but it's just basically decayed because it's been wet for so long. And so at first we're like, oh my goodness, is there a crack in here? Is it been leaking and now it's leaching out into the floor and carpet and everything? And then we know that the sprinklers hit her window. And so we're like, oh my heck, okay, it could be the sprinklers, and there could be a crack in the foundation, it's leaking, or this pipe could be leaking. In that case, we'd have to, break open the wall and find the leak and fix that. And then he's like, oh my heck, what if there's like tons of mold behind the wall? And we're just like starting to freak out. Upon further inspection, we are pretty sure this situation is that, yes, the sprinklers, because there was a sprinkler out here that was, it was a slow sprinkler, but it was pumping out a lot of water, and it just would hit under here, and there's not a lot of sun that gets out here, and then we have the wood chips, so nothing evaporates, and it's just saturated. It's super, super wet out here. So I don't know when we're going to do this, but my husband's planning to dig away from the foundation to expose the foundation and get it sealed up again. And we are leaving for Hawaii on Monday. That is today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're leaving on Monday to go to Hawaii. We definitely don't have time to do that, especially when we're still trying to move, and we're going to need to pack, and we're skipping the family reunion on Saturday. We're not going to that, but I'm going to see family on Sunday, and so shut the door, it's loud out there. So we're just gonna shut off the water while we're gone, just to make sure nothing crazy happens while we're gone. So that's this situation. And then this situation, I can't reach the door because that was so silly. So this situation, oh yeah, I tried to come past here. There's carpet in the way. You guys can't follow me climbing over carpet. So here's another crazy thing, okay? So my husband was sealing up all the basement windows here with caulking, and then he sealed up, oh yeah, it smells like fish tank down here now. So my husband also took all that caulking and he sealed upstairs in both those bathrooms. He sealed along the tub and then the wall behind the toilets and everything. But for some reason, we didn't do anything to the downstairs bathroom. And because of that, hi. We have wet carpet in here too. Because the bathroom's right behind here. And it leached through. Because for some reason, we didn't think to caulk that bathroom. And yeah, it stinks in here. We didn't realize that this carpet was wet until we were going to have Sue move into this room, and then we're like, oh, just kidding, this floor is wet too. So she's upstairs with, there you are. Hi. They're sharing a room again, which the oldest actually doesn't care. This one's throwing a fit. Anyways, so the bathroom situation, we called a plumber, and this was ridiculous because we were expecting less than $100 bill. No, it was $242 because we have a sewer pump down here because we are lower than the water table or something like that, so it has to pump for just down here, pump it out. And he lifted up the pump, he checked the valve, he checked the level thing. I don't know anything. I don't know what anything's called, but he checked those things that, in his experience, those were the issues. But they were not the issues, so he still charged us for it. We have disgusting people in this house. They need to go out. Wow, I think you just carried a spider web with you. Anyways, there was just some blockage in the tube. So back in here, where we've got the sump pump and the sewer pump, this is what he was working with. Super stinky. Super, super stinky. He lifted the whole thing out down here to see if that was the issue, and it wasn't. There was some blockage up in this pipe, and he didn't retrieve anything. So he couldn't tell us what to prevent, what to not put down, or nothing. He couldn't tell us anything, and he charged us $242 to do that. And he had his sons with him. I have no idea how old they were, but they can't. One was maybe like 9 or 10, and one was like maybe 14. It was 15. And that's illegal. We should have called and complained, but you know what? We're just going to learn and let it go, because we were looking at our home warranty, and if we had called them first, it would have cost us nothing, because they'll snake every drain once a year for free. So I was like, oh my goodness. And of course they don't reimburse or anything. They're like, well, just remember that for next time. Call us first. So I was having a rough day yesterday, let me tell you. I just finally broke down, released some emotion, I'm starting to freak out because we do not have it in our budget for these kinds of expenses. And so then I don't feel smart enough because, buying a house, things like this happen. And so you should be prepared for stuff like this. But we weren't. And we were riding on faith that this would all work out. And so I'm sitting here thinking, what the heck is the point of this experience? What do I need to learn from it? Why do I need to have this? What is the point of it all? And so I was very grateful because I was calling my husband, letting him know what was going on while he was at work, and he was just kind of like, crap, dang it, and then he's like, do you need me to come home? And for a while I was like, well, no, there's nothing really here that you could do. I mean, my brother-in-law, he got all the water soaked up that he could. He brought fans over for us, and I'd had the plumber guy come, but I was starting to be like, well, what am I supposed to do here? And if, the hubby gets home like at dinner time, and then there's the rest of the evening gets crazy, so I'm like, well, when would he be able to fix anything or get a plan and whatever we need to do? And so he did end up coming home, and he came home shortly after the plumber did, and so that was good, because if I had, I don't have credit cards at the Hubs does, and so that's how we had to pay for yesterday, because we did not have those funds available. So that was really hard, and I'm still uncomfortable with finances. I'm working on having a better relationship with money, because I am terrified of money and I'm terrified to use it. And so if the hubby wouldn't have been there to take care of the bill, it would have been disastrous for me, because I would have felt so bad, like it was my fault because I called them, and maybe I could have called around and asked for a better deal, or I don't know. But anyway, still working on that. And so the point of all this is, when things get tough, hang on. It's not the end of the world. This too will pass. You will learn from it. You will gain from it. Even if you have no idea at the current time what, but you will gain from it. So that's what's going on. And like I say, we have vacation next week. Me and the hubby are going with some family down to Hawaii, and I'm trying to be excited about that. I'm trying to be. So I hope to be able to vlog while we're there, because that would be super fun, but I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with the camera in front of my face when everybody's watching, because then it's awkward, and then you saw what my kids were doing. I mean, they're not going to be with us in Hawaii, but they just follow me around like a dog, and you guys will get your turn. Anyway, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and joining me with my craziness that's been happening, and life is still amazing. So no matter what is going on in your life, I hope you can always remember that your life is amazing no matter what is going on around you. So thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome, awesome day. Bye guys.